2016 Nerdbot Podcast, brought to you by Nerdbot Media Company. What's up, guys? Welcome to the new year.
Yeah, we're here.
Here we got,
What's up?
on the panel this year, we got Aaron Golden.
Yes.
Game Nerd, right?
Do I say stuff now?
Yeah, sorry, I keep talking over you, my bad.
How you doing, sir?
We're doing pretty good. We're ready to go with our first podcast of the year. You excited?
I'm so excited to see you in general because I haven't seen you since last year.
It's true. It's been a couple of weeks. Everybody's been on break. Everybody's pretty much the last time we all saw each other was Star Wars. So we'll get into that in a little bit. Andres Franco is here with us. Andres Franco,
How's it going?
you're our movie nerd.
Yes, sir.
All right, I like that.
I haven't seen you guys since last year.
Yeah, welcome back. We've just been sitting here
should
waiting
stop
for
with
you. None of us have left. And
Oh, really? Okay.
We
yeah.
can keep going with the year jokes.
Yeah, we've been here waiting for you since last year.
Sweet.
And that lovely voice you hear candering about the year is, of course, Zachary Roberts.
Hello, everyone.
He's here to bring his gaming expertise as well to the group. And we're going to have ourselves a good old Podfest.
Podfest.
Yes.
I like that.
I know, we're going to have to, trademark that. Well, yeah. You know, getting right into it, I want to let everybody know that there's definitely a new format that we're going to be going with. So I'm going to go ahead and let the game nerds take over this next section. What do you guys got for us on the game section?
All right, so we are going to talk about our unofficial game of the year in a second, but let's start out with some news.
Alrighty.
So Assassin's Creed is a game series that has been long running, and one of the biggest critiques of them is that they are not of Ubisoft, which is the company that makes it, is that they put their games out every year. And honestly, in some cases, they put out multiple games a year. In the case of 2014, they put out Assassin's Creed Unity for Xbox One and PS4, and then Assassin's Creed Rogue for Xbox 360 and PS3. So the idea is they just jam these games down everyone's throat. They have at least one a game a year, in some cases two, in some cases even more. So there are some rumors, and they're pretty credible rumors, that 2016, we're in 2016, right? Anytime it's New Year's, I always mess it up.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of whiteout being used the next few weeks.
Yeah, exactly. Or just scribbling across
out,
it. Yeah.
So this is a 5. It's supposed to be 6.
Okay, gotcha. You're going to need to remind me again at some point during the podcast. But all of the rumors state that this is going to be 2016 is going to be the first year that they actually just skip over making an Assassin's Creed game. Part of that might be because they're making an Assassin's Creed movie, but you know, rumors are rumors. But Ubisoft decided to put out a response to that, and like what they just basically said, like I think the first words of their press release were we can't comment on rumors. And they didn't say that it wasn't true, which is kind of in the gaming industry, is kind of indicative of, hey, that's true. Like, so normally, anytime somebody, for instance, right before E3 started, Silent Hills was a game that a lot of people were expecting, and because Konami did their thing, Silent Hills was now non-existent. And then a lot of people were saying that, we actually there's rumors that Silent Hills is coming to Xbox One exclusively. And the first thing that the CEO of the the Microsoft Studios, Phil Spencer, said was he tweeted, he said, sorry guys, it's not true. So generally, if something's not true, they'll say it's not true. Yeah. And generally, if something is true, they'll say we can't talk about it. Yeah. That's almost an exact formula.
Hold on. Well, watch what I'm going to do here. But unless that's what they want you to think.
So there is one person like in the last decade in gaming that pulled that. Okay. David Jaffe. I always mix his name up, but he's the dude who pretty much helms Twisted Metal. Oh, okay. Right before the last Twisted Metal for PS3 was announced, which I don't remember how long ago that was, a lot of people were like, hey, is it true? Like some rumors came out that he's going to announce it at E3. And they're like, hey, is it true? He was like, nope, not true. Wow. Not going to. Yep. 24 hours later, he came out in Sweet Truth's truck like, hey, guys, I'm making a So that he was very much an underlier.
Is he? And he's the CEO for Santa Monica Studios?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, they're the ones that do Twisted Metal now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think David Jaffe was just the creative head.
Yeah, probably just the producing side.
I mean, that's the thing. Is like, honestly, and Andres is going to get mad at me at this because he knows a lot about movies. I honestly have difficulty distinguishing between. No, I'm not going to talk about how overrated Star Wars is.
Save that for later.
Yeah, but anyways, I often find trouble differentiating between a director and a producer.
Okay.
I see.
Because I'm a terrible person.
Right, right.
Anyways, let's go
Who
back
also
to
can't read, right?
Yeah, I can't read. I know numbers. Like I can read in binary. But anyways, that's an inside joke we got here going on in Nerdbot. But anyways, yeah. So the Assassin's Creed news that came out is that it's going to skip a year, which is kind of unprecedented. It's not kind of. It is unprecedented because these games, no matter if they have a positive or negative critical reception, they do well. They sell.
Yeah.
And the fact that the first time in I want to say almost approaching a decade. This is one of the first times that they have gone without making one.
You mean a franchise?
Yeah, well, like this is the first time in that franchise's entire time that they've gone like a full 365 without making one. It's kind of unprecedented.
Okay.
Because they shove them down everyone's throat all the time.
And by shoving down their throat, I hear you saying, I heard you say that at the opening of what you were saying. I wanted to get my head wrapped around that because I'm from the outside gaming community. That means whether it's done or not, good or crappy, you're saying they just give it, what you get is what you get. No more of a year to produce it, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, like, because consider this, is that we'll talk later about a gem called Metal Gear 5. Metal Gear 5, the creator Hideo Kojima, he wanted to take his time with it. He wanted to perfect this game. When games get delayed, it's because they want to add polish to it. Generally, that's how it works. So the fact that
good games,
these come out yearly, there's almost no question in my mind and in the minds of most people that they just really want to put this out because takes a while to make a game with QA, which is like testing for like bugs and whatnot, marketing and all of that. So the fact that they come out annually, like almost religiously, is kind of a testament to them like shoving it down people's throats. And the fact that that is the one game that Ubisoft does that is annually, and they put all of their marketing behind it all the time, all the time. Every E3. You'll hear there'll be some type of gameplay demo of an Assassin's Creed game, which I would imagine is quite expensive. And the other little tidbit from that leak, which again is very, very, very probable, is that it's going to take place in Egypt. So last one was Syndicate, which took place in England. The previous one was Unity, which took place in France. And
Chronicles, right?
Yeah, so they have like this. Let me backtrack. Actually, thank you, Aaron, for bringing that up. Chronicles are like these small digital titles. They're like $5.
It was like a 2D game.
Yeah, it's almost like the old school Prince of Persia's.
Yeah,
and they still plan on doing those years, but they're like totally not the same thing. So they're these small digital titles. Like I said, think of the original Prince of Persia. That is what they're in the same vein as.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So go ahead, Aaron. I heard that. Oh.
Yeah. Well. I've pretty much ignored the Assassin's Creed franchise. I gave Black Flag a chance, and I thought it was great. And
Black Flag
a chance to be a pirate, pretty much, and just control the seas. In fact, this was a well done game, by the way. Black Flag was pretty well done. The expansions they added to this game. I mean, it's just a game that. If you were to give Assassin's Creed a chance, that was one of the games you would probably do it on. It just looked beautiful. The gameplay was beautiful.
Yep.
Being able to be on a pirate ship and shoot cannons at other pirate ships, just fucking good times. And then just exploring the seas and stuff like that.
Jolly good time.
Jolly good time and new treasure and stuff. That was damn cool. And so now, and then you had Unity that came out recently, right after that.
Yeah.
And it had major problems as well. And going back to what Zach said, I think that now that Assassin's Creed is going to take a year or two off, I would assume that the next Assassin's Creed could be the best one there ever was. Because if they're gonna take about a year or two off to really put all that time into that game, it's just gonna benefit the fans at that point.
Now, is that the consensus that we know they're taking this extra time off to put all their efforts into the next game, or was there some kind of production lapse?
Well, generally, when games get delayed, that is why. Like we're gonna talk about the next thing we're gonna talk about is another delay, and said developers before I spoil it. The said developers wanted to take time off to improve it.
Okay.
So that's generally how like why delays happen. You had a question, Andres?
No, I'm just talking about Assassin's Creed and how you guys are saying that there's going to be a delay, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that has to do with maybe the film? I know it's going a little off subject with films, but do you think that has to do with the new Assassin's Creed movie that's coming out?
I don't know if it would, because usually movies and games go hand in hand when they come out around the same time.
Yeah.
And here's agreeing with both of you guys. What both of you guys are saying. Usually that is the case, that video games and like their movie counterparts come out simultaneously, but that never really goes well. Almost ever.
Ask any Spider-Man game.
Everyone always talks about how bad the video game movie is or the movie video game is.
But everybody's talking about how this new Assassin's Creed movie will be probably the best video game movie.
And
that's what they're saying.
And so, like, apparently Syndicate was good. I haven't given it a shot. There was the last one. And everyone talks about how the general trajectory of Assassin's Creed games are: one is good, the next one is bad. The next one is good. The next one is bad. So,
well, that's because they come out every year. You can say the same thing about the Call of Duty franchises.
Exactly. So, like, I played Black Flag. Black Flag was amazing, and even minus the technical difficulties, Unity just wasn't a good game. Like for me, I didn't experience any technical difficulties. It was just a boring, bland game.
What kind of rating would you give it, by the way?
Black Flag or Unity?
Black Flag was like almost. It was like definitely in the nines for me.
Yeah, it was a solid 9 for me. It was a really good game. And then Unity was, I would say, like a 7.
Okay.
Unity was supposed to be good because it's supposed to be 4-player co-op for the first time in Assassin's Creed franchise.
Yeah, that was the whole Unity aspect, as you can play together. But there were so many technical difficulties. There were microtransactions. But anyways, to kind of get back to Andres' point is that, like, I think that they're putting a lot of marketing behind this Assassin's Creed movie. They don't want to like bog it down with a potentially bad game. So what better year to take it off than the year that a movie is coming out?
Right.
Yeah.
Because like I said, based on that honestly very reliable rhythm of bad, good, 2016 is slated for a bad Assassin's Creed game. So the last year you want to have a bad Assassin's Creed game
when the movie comes out.
Exactly. So it's totally possible.
Okay. Well, I mean, there sound like very good theories. I wonder if one day myself, I'm thinking if that curse will ever be broken of the one game on, one game off. You guys kind of think of any games that don't suffer from that 1 year?
GoldenEye probably?
Well, no.
Wow.
There are definitely games.
Back.
There are definitely games that are consistently good. I'm saying specifically in Assassin's Creed, like it's one good then one bad. There are tons of games that have good, or bad for that matter. But like Assassin's Creed,
Gears of War.
Assassin's Creed has
God of War.
God of War is really, really good. But I have my issues with Gears, but that's for another time.
All right.
Anyways, so I talked earlier about.
I saw a twinkle in your eye when I said that too. I kind of like that.
So I talked earlier about how delays are meant for polishing. The next piece is Scalebound, which was a big game that was coming out for Xbox One this year. Got delayed to 2017. So
okay.
Scalebound was like kind of like an open world action RPG, and it was like about a guy and his dragon. Basically, it looked really good, and it's made by Platinum Games. And Platinum Games, they historically have made really good games as far as gameplay goes. They might have lacked on story, but they make fun games to play.
All right.
And
anything notable we might know other than
they made Metal Gear Rising.
Okay.
Which is like it took the Metal Gear series and took it in a totally different direction.
Okay.
He plays like a cyborg ninja, Raiden. There was a game for Wii U called A Wonderful 101, which is where you control like a whole bunch of superheroes and they like stack up to make like swords and different objects.
I remember seeing
it was actually pretty cool. They just recently put out the Transformers game, Transformers Devastation.
Yeah, exactly. Either you love the game or you don't.
Yeah, definitely polarizing.
But it takes place. It takes place during the '80s cartoon, right?
I don't know when it takes place, but they did it specifically to look exactly like that.
Yeah, exactly, to go with the 80s cartoon, which the 80s Transformers cartoon was fucking amazing,
it's essentially,
by the way.
I think I'm recalling it. It's essentially like 3D animation, but it's still in 2D coloring and layout.
So it looks exactly like I never watched the old school Transformers.
Yeah.
But it looks exactly like those.
Yeah, they did Dragon Ball Z similar.
80s Transformers was some of the best cartoons you'll ever see.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, the best movie. The best Transformers movie. 86.
The best Transformers movie, exactly.
Was a cartoon.
I don't know.
I'm still
give it a shot, dude.
4 was pretty amazing.
I'm gonna put all my.
Psych! It's a joke.
I'm gonna put all my money
If
behind.
only it was a video podcast.
I'm gonna put all my money behind Beast Wars for now.
Oh yeah. Beast
my
Wars
God.
Beast Wars was way better.
Beast Wars was some of the greatest shit ever that you can get
Good
for free on
times.
television.
Good
seriously.
fucking
Do you guys
times.
remember? This is a little bit of a tangent. It came on a little bit after Beast Wars. You remember Planet Wars? War Planets?
I thought you were gonna say like what's that show called, Reboot or something?
Oh, Reboot, of course.
Wow.
And I also remember Max Steel.
Max Steel. Oh,
Max
yeah, I
Steel,
remember Max
definitely.
Steel. There was a whole run on.
Or the original Goosebumps TV series.
Yeah.
Oh, now you're just pulling out what you wanted
Sorry.
to talk about earlier.
Sorry.
Get over yourself.
But he was
all
on
right?
the-
Hey, he was talking about R.L.
Well,
Stein
I know.
earlier.
Well, according
It
to
was
Zach,
on,
R.L. Stein is dead. Okay,
Rest in peace, Charles.
pour some on the ground for him.
Wasn't it on like KCAL 9 at the time?
What was?
You're right.
All these
Yeah.
back-to-back
Yeah, you're right.
shows.
It was in the morning.
Well, somewhere on Channel
Beast
Before you went to
Wars.
school. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. So, do you guys have like we were talking about Game of the Year a little bit earlier? Do you guys have like your votes, your vouchers for a Game of the Year? If it's okay to move on to that.
Before we start, let's give justice to a few of these games that were well deserving.
Okay.
Okay, because let's face it, 2015 was one of the greatest video games years that I've ever seen in my life.
A resurgence, if you will.
I can mention a few.
2014 was good though. Too,
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Look, Bloodborne.
Okay.
Okay.
So
And I've been playing that too. Bloodborne, and they just had to release their expansion, The Old Hunters, and that game is phenomenal. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Bloodborne's phenomenal.
So real quick, to people who like Andres, I don't know if you and Anthony, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Bloodborne. There was this game that came out called Dark Souls.
Okay.
I've heard of
I
it.
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So the whole thing about Dark Souls, everyone like Dark Souls poised itself as this ridiculously hard game.
Okay.
Like literally, the special edition of like the collector's edition of Dark Souls 2 was called Prepare to Die edition because it kind of like it puts you in this world. It was like we don't give a damn about anything you do. This is going to be really hard.
Asshole Mario.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, it felt like old school games where they didn't give you any direction.
Yeah.
Like if you think of the original Zelda, you walk out of a cave and it's
Yeah.
like, dude.
But it's very
up
open
to you.
world.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They
Good
didn't-
luck.
and in that vein is the same as the Dark Souls game.
Okay.
The same creators of Dark Souls made Bloodborne.
Okay.
And Bloodborne is kind of like I hate to use this. It's like Dark Souls, but with like a Castlevania vibe.
Okay.
Like you're like hunting demons and
Yeah.
stuff. So yeah, it's a really good game, and there's almost like a renaissance in these hard as nails games.
It was one of like the few, if you want to say few, PlayStation exclusives that were actually that you had to buy if you wanted to be a part of that 2014 that wave
Yeah.
exactly for PlayStation to buy anything that was exclusive that year.
Wow.
But it was damn good. It came out in February, March around that
I
time.
want to say March. March or April, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So yeah, that game's up there for me. Okay, and then Arkham Knight came out for Batman, and some people loved
Yeah,
it.
that didn't get as, I thought that was going to be hotter. And it didn't get
Mark Hamill gave, from what I understand, that one of the performances of his lifetime in that video game.
Yeah,
so that's amazing.
That's actually pretty good too.
Okay.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah, exactly. And he's always amazing when any sort of stuff you see in DC for the cartoon and video games, he gets it done. Fallout 4.
Okay.
Obviously, is up there.
Yeah, that's a Nerdbot favorite, by the way.
People are still discovering
for me.
stuff, and then mods are going to be coming out. Mods are still coming out for Fallout 4 as well. In fact, there's Macho Man Randy Savage is now taking place of a Deathclaw.
Yeah, so mods are already
as a mod.
Mods are already out for
What?
PC.
Yeah, for PC.
But they're coming to console, which is kind of unprecedented.
For Fallout?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
So those would be interesting when and if they ever come out. What else we got? We got Witcher 3.
Witcher 3. Which
is-
people are saying some of the best game they've ever played in their life.
Yeah, Witcher is really, really, really good. Like everyone's talking about how amazing Fallout is. I personally venture to say that Witcher is a better game.
What's the
Like,
a quick synopsis of Witcher by any of you?
It's like he's trying to find his the guy. I forgot his name now, but
I know, but I want to hear Aaron.
Yeah, let's
pretty
hear it.
much he's on a
Aaron
quest.
describes
Isn't he on a
games.
quest to find his lover that got taken away or something like that, or his daughter got taken away too. I really forgot the synopsis.
with Liam Neeson.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Taken 3, right?
No, so pretty much. I don't know as much about the Witcher lore because there was 2. Like Witcher games are huge. There's 2 before it. There's a series of books, but Witchers are dudes or dudettes who are trained specifically to fight like monsters.
Okay.
Like and they go through like rigorous training, and they also inject like a different like some type of potions, and like they do this toll on their body, gives them like these weird cat eyes.
Like Van Helsing.
Yeah, kind of. So that's his whole thing. And Witchers also have apprentices. And his apprentice is kind of like a daughter to him. But he also has the girl that he's with, which I believe her name was Yennefer.
Yennefer, that is her name.
Yeah. So he's trying to find Yennefer.
Muggle.
Yeah.
So he can find Ciri, if memory serves correct. But the thing is it's kind of like the thing that's so good about Witcher is the reason why I'll make this quick. The reason why people love Fallout is because Fallout is like this giant open world. It's like
it's a wasteland.
Make your own stories.
Yeah.
Witcher is super duper open world and like make your own stories, but there's also very much stories in there. And like Witcher is like
side missions galore.
Yeah, and it's like legit. You could spend a good 300 hours.
There's even a card game inside that game where you can just play cards.
Why did I forget what it's called?
Card game.
Gwent. There we go.
Gwent. And you can just play Gwent.
There's just so much you can do in that game, and like arguments can be made for stuff like
Gwent
Fallout,
the Gathering.
I get it, but Witcher's a really good game, and the thing about Witcher is the thing that the developer CD Projekt Red did that's really classy is when the game. A lot of times when games come out, they're like, "All right, that's it. We're working on the DLC like that you have to pay for."
Yeah,
they put out I think something like a month or 2 of free DLC constantly.
Wow.
They put in a new game plus mode, so when you finish the game, you can start the game over with all of your old content. So they put out
just
all these
keep
different random
expanding
quests.
the game.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like for free.
Anthony.
And they put out paid stuff too.
Yeah.
But like that non-paid stuff is really classic. Go ahead.
This is a game that I haven't met anybody in life who's actually beat yet. Like this game, this game has 100+ hours and then more. I mean, you can do so much in this game. And in fact, if you only had money, just a little bit of money for one game that'll take you so far, Witcher 3 would be one of those games.
See, I thought Fallout would be that kind of
Fallout
a game.
4 is still that game too.
Wow.
And DLC hasn't even came out for Fallout 4 just yet, so we don't know what's going to happen with that.
Oh my god.
But with Witcher 3, which has gotten Game of the Year by the Gamescom give it Game of the Year, something like that, Zach.
Oh no, a lot of people.
It won Game of the Year. I know that for
I think
sure.
it won Game of the Year in Game Awards. I'm not
Game
sure.
Awards. It won Game of the Year. Okay, so
Definitely by 99-cent video.
And what's great about this is that I didn't pick it up when it came out, but I just picked it up for $25 the other day.
Whoa.
Because and I was going to get into that when I had a chance to. Is that there were so many good games that came out last year for us to give it to Game of the Year. Is that there were some games I just did not have a chance to play that I wanted to buy later once the price went down a little bit.
And
Witcher. And Witcher 3 is for $25. I got that on the Xbox countdown sale. I don't even know how much damage I'm going to do into it because I was talking with Zach the other day. Actually, today I've been drinking.
Zach is the Nerdbot mixologist. You see his videos on nerdbot.com.
No, that's AJ.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, AJ. Sorry. Oops, I threw it again. So it's because I've seen AJ so in love with Fallout. I just connect Fallout to AJ.
And
sorry
we both
about
have
that.
beards, so it's okay.
No, it's not even that. It's just how in love with Fallout he is. I've never seen anybody who's not a gamer be super involved in a video game like that.
But who has the better beard?
Well, AJ, he bought a PlayStation 4, and he wanted to get back into Fallout because he loved Fallout his whole life. So, I mean, not that Fallout's a PlayStation exclusive, but he was one of the games he was really looking forward to. In fact, we only found out about Fallout 4 this year, actually, that E3, I believe, last year, nice. 2015. So, but back to my point is that.
Sorry about that.
I cannot touch Witcher 3 until I finish Mordor. I can't do it because
you're late, brother.
I know I'm a year late, but Mordor won Game of the Year as well the last year.
Yeah,
2014, 2 years ago.
Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, Shadow of Mordor.
Shadow of Mordor. So it's just a phenomenal game that I need to I gotta be very disciplined with myself because so many great games are out right now. So many great games are coming out this year. Is that I'm just gonna if I don't be disciplined, I will just say I have these games and they're novelty items at that point.
Yeah. I think it's nice to have the. I own that game.
Like for you collect Legos, right? And there's always new Lego sets coming out.
Yeah, no,
if you don't start with the Lego set you have for a couple years ago, you may never get to it.
Yeah, honestly, that happened to me not too long ago. I came up on some really huge sets, and then I just had small sets that have been still just unopened, for the meantime.
Right. So when you walk by it, you're like, damn, I should really get back to it, but then you just don't ever do it.
Yeah.
Because you're not disciplined.
So now, Witcher is that game for you now? Like you're just trying to get to it?
I bought it because it was a great deal. Because if I didn't buy it, I'd probably go back up to like 50, 45 bucks, whatever.
You bought it on a PlayStation? What is it, like a fire sale?
No, I bought it on the countdown sale.
Fire sale? We got to get rid of
They're actually called flash sales on PlayStation. No, for Xbox One, they had a countdown sale, which is still going on right now. In fact, I even picked up Alien Isolation for $10, which I was not going to pay $60 for when it came out.
Nice.
And I did the same thing with the fucking most horrible game I've played in my whole life was 1886.
I think you talked about that one.
Oh my
which stands for 1886 cutscenes. It's not even a fucking video game at this point.
So strongly.
It's a Sega CD game.
So strongly disagree.
More like Myst for the PC.
Dude, it's a complete waste of time.
Oh, brother.
It's not. It's a better game than the Star Wars trilogy.
So before we get to how wrong,
but we gotta talk about Game of the Year too, though.
Before we get to how wrong Zach is on that, but yeah. So you gave your honorable mentions. I think did you give your honorable mentions before you settle on one?
I agree with everything he says. The only thing I would add is I think Battlefront has like some of the best gameplay I've played in a while. There's just not enough of it, so I would add Battlefront to that. And I mean, other than that, Call of Duty is good as usual. Halo is awesome as usual, but those games come out like every 35 seconds.
So what are your picks now? I guess for your main pick.
Game of the Year is Metal Gear Solid 5.
For Zach.
Which I specifically did not bring up.
You heard it here first.
Biased.
But
I will say this.
No, Metal Gear Solid 5
and that came out like halfway through last year, right? Like
it came out in September 1, 2015.
Yeah, if there's... if you're just thinking about buying a system right now, there's 3 games that will just take you. If you don't have much money after buying these systems, just make sure if you get these 3 games, you're set till like next year and shit. And that'll be The Witcher 3, Metal Gear Solid 5, and Fallout 4.
Okay.
And so I agree with Zach. It's Metal Gear Solid 5.
Oh, so you okay? I felt like there was some.
That's just by a hair to me.
Okay, and it's beating what? Witcher.
Witcher, Fallout,
and Witcher came out for 2015 also.
I would even
no, Witcher came out in May I believe, but it came out in 2015. So if we're talking Game of the Year, so here's my whole thing with Metal Gear. Is like I love Metal Gear because I love the Metal Gear series, and I think it's dope. I think it's awesome. Yada 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 yada. And I have like this whole entire emotional context for why I love it so much. Because I played all of the games since like mid '90s. This one, though, it's seriously... So the whole critique of Metal Gear has been that it's like an anime.
Okay.
It's really flashy. There's all this other stuff, and there's a lot of storyline. And you're listening to cutscenes all the time. You're watching cutscenes and listening to just random conversations and all this BS. And there's very little gameplay. This one did the total opposite. There is minimal cutscenes and a lot of gameplay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the thing is the gameplay is, like, absurdly good.
Oh, wow.
Like, I'm very irritable of games. Despite the fact that I love video games, I'm very irritable. I can't plunge a lot of time into a game because eventually I get annoyed and I'm just going to beat this. Like, I think when I beat Metal Gear 5, I think I rolled like 95 hours. And, like, this is coming from a full-time student and a full-time worker.
Damn.
When I beat it, I had 95 hours. That was in the course of, like, a month. So, like... many people I've talked to agree that the gameplay is just really, 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 really good. And like here's the whole thing: is Metal Gear has always been about stealth, sneaking around. Yeah. But because this is like an open world and you can just like shoot stuff up, you can go in loud. So a lot of people were like, "Hey, how are you?" Like before the game came out, a lot of people were like, "Are you gonna go about this game loud or quiet?"
Yeah.
And it's like, what are you gonna do? And the thing is, honestly, it's totally different. Sometimes I'll sneak into a base totally stealthy.
Yeah.
Other ones I'll come over like a machine gun and just like mow everyone down.
So you like that freedom?
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not confined just to those 2 separate ways of going. A lot of times, like I'll call in my chopper, and my chopper would just mow everyone down, and then I'll like pick up a VIP and then like extract him out. Like we
can't all afford a Game Shark, Zach.
Yeah.
There's so many ways to handle a mission, but the problem is that once Metal Gear Solid 5, it rewards you after each mission on how stealth you were. Based on an A, B, C, D, or E, or
that's what the games are based on. Is on. I remember being frustrated with an early. It might have even been Splinter Cell. Splinter Cell is kind of the same way, where you have to just be stealthy the entire time. And I would stand up and I'd lose the game, and I'd be like, I'm just standing up, man.
No, when it comes to Metal Gear Solid 5, it's like since you get graded that way, I want to be very stealth-like, and I want to go in there, sneak around, you know, assassinate people that are not looking, or not assassinate, just knock them out, and then maybe extract them based upon their grade.
It's part of the Metal Gear idea.
But the thing about this is that I'm only about 10% done in this game, and Zach's already beat it. But the reason why I'm only 10% done in this game is because I keep going back to the same mission or the mission before, because not only was it fantastic to play, I wanted to grade out better, and I felt I could have done something better during my gameplay.
The perfect dark effect.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's why you keep going back and forth to this. But my problem with this game, when I was talking with Zach, and I'd show him what would happen, is that my controller would spaz out, and if your controller spazzes out when you're being very stealth-like, now, when I said spaz out, my character would run in circles shooting his gun. He'd run in circles shooting his gun. And I would show Zach these videos, and I would look online. Many people, other people had his videos on Xbox One. I don't know why it was. So I'd be kicking ass. But I'm almost about to finish. I'm about to save the prisoner. And then I start spazzing out and fucking shooting people. And now everybody knows I'm there, and they're fucking going to attack me. And that made me throw my controller against the fucking roof. And so I don't know why that happened to me. But it happened to me.
Maybe because you're throwing the controller at the roof.
Every 15 minutes. I even told Xbox record that, send it to fucking Zach. He saw my character running around in circles. He said, yeah, I know, I've seen that happen.
Yeah. You have proof of this?
No, it happens. I don't know if it's weird because, like, a part of me, like, naturally, I want to say, oh, that's a problem with like just Xbox in general with the connectivity between the controller and the Xbox. But I only saw it happen in Metal Gear. It was weird.
Yeah, just Metal Gear. I don't know why.
But anyways, yeah, Metal Gear is like seriously probably the best action gameplay I've had in a very, 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 very long time. So,
all right. Well, wow. If you guys got anything else on that? On any other honorable mentions before we move on to the movie segment?
The runner-up for Game of the Year is Andres because he's amazing.
Because I am the best.
Because he's the one that you want to play. He's the one you want to play all the time.
Ayo.
There you go. Well, that's a good segue into our movie guy.
How's it going,
Andres?
Good. How's everything?
You have a lot to dish out for us because December has been an amazing month for movies. One in particular. One that gets Zach's skin crawling, I'm pretty sure.
A little too much.
Yeah. Ooh, some of that skin could be for. Which movie am I talking about?
Well, we're talking about Star Wars. But before I get into that, there's a lot of other things I want to talk about.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I kind of got ahead of the...
Because Star Wars being the biggest movie of 2015.
Okay.
There's a lot of good movies out there.
Strong declaration there. Okay.
Yeah. Biggest meaning, probably the one that made the most money out of all of them.
All right. So what do you got for us?
Well, as far as news goes, I know they're making a Creed sequel.
Oh,
yeah.
No. Not only that, they're actually adding. Well, they haven't confirmed it yet, but they might be adding Carl Weathers, who played Apollo Creed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Snap.
But they're actually going the Godfather 2 route, which means they're going to probably use a bunch of CGI and add going back.
Flashbacks?
Flashbacks.
Tupac it. Okay.
Yeah, because obviously Apollo died.
Yeah.
So
rest in peace, Apollo.
Yeah, and
pour some on the ground.
No, and by the way, Creed had to be, I want to say top 3, top 4 of 2015 for me.
Wow. There you go.
That was such an amazing movie.
What would you give it rating? Are you going to write an article on it? No. Did you?
There's already an article.
Somebody wrote an article.
Yeah, somebody already wrote an article.
So then what do you give on
I actually give that a 9.
Wow.
Oh yeah. It was a well-made movie. Surprisingly.
My country for a 10.
Oh yeah.
So what, like, as far, did they give anything away as far as what, other than the Carl Weathers part of it? Like what might be going on?
No, as far as they just dropped that news like today or yesterday.
Hot. Nice.
Oh yeah.
Well, hopefully, and you think that the main character has to be back, right? The Creed
of course. Michael B. Jordan, he'll be back.
Okay.
He's going to be obviously the new Rocky of the franchise. Stallone, I don't know if he will be back.
Probably.
I hope so, because he should have won an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor in this one. Oh, yeah, he did amazing in that movie.
Yeah, that's one thing I heard is that he definitely put himself aside on that movie and made himself a supporting cast rather than part of the main. And that probably lent a lot to the, giving a new original line for this character.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And look, I'm not saying like, I think the last Rocky film was Rocky Balboa.
Yeah.
They tried doing the same thing. Instead of adding another character, they wanted to go with Rocky, continue with Rocky. But it didn't work out. So what they tried to do in this one, obviously, is have his son come in, or Apollo Creed's son, and take on this whole new thing. It's kind of almost like the same thing like from the original Rocky. Kind of the same aspect, the kind of rehashing a little bit, but into its own form and this modern time, and it was just amazing.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. What's that?
Well, another one is Sicario.
Oh.
Yeah, another one. DJ Khaled. Sicario, which probably is top 2. And I'm saying this because Steve Jobs is actually another movie of mine. That was probably one of the greatest films of 2015.
Can you throw out a synopsis super quick about Sicario?
Yeah, Sicario had to do with Emily Blunt, who she was a DEA agent.
Yeah, she was DEA.
Yeah, she was DEA, and but she was working in Arizona, and pretty much she wanted to capture or catch this guy who was part of this cartel from the Mexican cartel.
Ah, okay.
And
juicy.
What happened was Josh Brolin, Benicio del Toro Benicio is a guy that you don't know. He's very mysterious in the movie, and Josh Brolin works for the FBI.
Okay.
And he pretty much wanted to recruit Emily Blunt so they could capture this guy. But the twist with the movie is that Josh Brolin, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the movie, which you should have seen it by now because the movie's been out for months now.
Yeah, you only get about a month from me.
Yeah, at least a week. Yeah, if anything,
for sure.
Especially those Star Wars people.
Go crazy, boy. Go crazy.
So, Josh Brolin recruits her to basically capture this guy, the lead cartel man from Mexico, and Emily Blunt. She's a very stand-up, agent, and she doesn't like doing all that.
Don Francisco, I suppose, when we.
Yeah, it gets to a bunch of crazy shit, and I can't really explain too much about it right now because I have a bunch of other movies to talk about.
Yeah, and I want to see it too.
But it was really amazing. It actually gave me a Dark Knight vibe.
Okay,
if that makes any sense.
All right.
Yeah, no, like for me with Sicario, I feel totally agree with all of that. It's like originally I went in singing like having seen like Narcos and stuff like that, which is a great Netflix show, but I had kind of low expectations and it just like blew me away. Like it was really, really good, and like the whole thing, that Dark Knight, and just like the whole Nolan.
You know what it was? It was that gritty feel that Dark Knight had.
So it was the same director.
No, it wasn't the same director.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Well, no, it was gritty, but it was also like grounded too, because it was like you had these fantabulous Batman movies in the past, just like you have these like fantabulous depictions of cartels, like in a lot of movies, but in Sicario's, it was like super like dark,
legitimate.
And, like,
it was straight up dark.
But it didn't feel like they weren't trying to make it like super
villainous,
shiny, and exactly. They were. Just
was some realistic shit that happened.
Exactly, right. It was grounded. That's what made it. That's what made it so good for me.
Well, Rotten Tomatoes is showing it at 93%.
There you go.
That's really, really high.
Rotten Tomatoes got it right.
And let me guess, you gave it a 9.
I give that one 9 as well. Actually, probably wait. What was the other movie I just talked about that I gave a 9? Creed, right?
Peanuts.
Creed.
Movie.
Peanuts.
Yeah, Peanuts. No, but I give Sicario probably 9.5.
Peanuts, best movie of the year.
Oh yeah, that was me. I saw it with my daughter too.
What month did it come out? Because I don't know why. I must have just stopped watching TV and just playing video games all that month. I don't know. I didn't see any previews for
Sicario
it.
came out September, October.
Yeah,
I'm gonna check it out tomorrow.
There was not a lot of marketing for
There
it.
wasn't.
It was in theaters October 2nd, 2015.
There you go. And not only that, they're actually planning to make a spin-off sequel with Benicio del Toro.
Oh. And I try to watch all the movies he does too, because whatever movies he's in, it's usually a damn good movie, dude.
Oh yeah, and not only that, I'm gonna talk about Star Wars in a minute, but he's gonna be in Episode 8 too.
Oh yeah, I've heard. Yeah.
He's also in Guardians too. So.
Oh, he's in Guardians, as the Collector, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and besides that, Ex Machina.
Which is another movie I have yet to see, but it's on my backlog.
Ex Machina, another amazing piece of work. I mean, this came out earlier in the year.
So is that one of your honorable mentions?
Yeah, for me, yeah. But I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people put it up there with 1 and 2. You know, but for me, yeah, it's probably honorable mention.
Don't spoil it for me, man. But
I know you have to see that.
That I have to see it.
Oscar Isaac's in it and Domhnall Gleeson, both who were in Star Wars, are both.
Because when I liked I, Robot, it's because the robots turned on the humans.
Oh yeah.
And so I kind of thought maybe that's what the movie's about. You have to tell me it is. But I just kind of want to fucking see it.
I mean, it has to do with an AI.
Yeah, AI.
That's it.
All right.
That's what I'm telling you.
That's cool.
Well, to be fair, the AI were just trying to protect us from ourselves, all right? That's
true.
all I gotta say.
Well, no. Will Smith is always trying to protect the world from.
Oh, that's what he does.
From everything.
Except his son, apparently. It's his son's acting career. All right.
And after Earth, he's like, son, you got to go ahead and get this shit done for me or else I'm going to die.
Oh, yeah.
That movie sucks so bad, by the way.
Yeah, everybody will agree with you on that one.
I liked After Earth.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
of course
no wonder. No,
the guy who hates
the
Star
guy who
Wars.
hates everything is overrated.
I did a double feature without pain, of course. So what happened is that I heard so much After Earth sucked, but I just figured let's just watch this movie, then sneak into like maybe the last 45 minutes of After Earth. And I probably should have done that actually.
Well,
Actually, it wasn't 40. It was like I actually probably caught the whole movie. It's coming back to my mind now.
But diarrhea.
You know what's cool? I erased that movie from my mind.
He crashes. He breaks his leg or some shit. Son, help me.
Oh yeah,
That's what happens, right?
That's the whole synopsis.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's worth talking about. But yeah.
Well, you just did, so there you go. Will Smith gained another $5 thanks to you guys.
But not only that, I have some other honorable mentions that I'm just going to throw out there, which I could talk way more about. But
just get them out of there. Just get them out of your system.
The Revenant.
Okay.
I loved The Revenant.
All right.
I loved it so much. I've seen it 3 times already. That movie was amazing.
What month did that come out?
It came out December 25th.
Dude, give me that list. I gotta watch these movies.
The Revenant. I'm not done. Yeah. Beasts of No Nation that came out on Netflix. Which was an original Netflix film with Idris Elba. Amazing.
Can you describe it super quick?
Child Soldiers, the movie.
There you go.
It's really intense.
Wow.
It's like I loved it, but I can't see it a second time. It's
that's one movie. That's one movie you only see once, and that's it.
Schindler listed you. Oh damn. All right, what's next?
I'm getting goosebumps right now.
What was it? Crash?
Crash. What do you want to see?
You want to see the movie once?
Oh no, I've seen Crash a bunch of times. I love that movie.
Crash Bandicoot the movie?
No, not that.
Not only did Crash Bandicoot make a comeback, he jumped straight to movies.
Skipped game.
He left the bird and went. Oh wait, actually that's Banjo Kazooie.
There's an unofficial. By the way, there's an unofficial Crash Bandicoot game coming out.
Oh no.
Oh wow.
It's unofficial though.
It's unofficial.
Super unofficial. It's Tiger Electronics unofficial. Go for it.
Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah,
I love that movie,
man.
I thought that was gonna be like movie of the year.
Wait, you haven't seen it, Aaron?
I've been playing video games all year. This movie I've been trying to see.
He's been in Fallout Lab.
I was also in a relationship with a white girl. She's like, "No, I'm not watching that."
Wow.
Damn it.
Wow.
Anyways, what I was gonna say before Aaron took things to a racial direction.
But I'm white too, though.
Oh, he did. I didn't even notice it. It's just so like constant that I'm like, okay.
Aaron's white.
God. All right. Anyway,
Sometimes
when that comes out to Divda, we got to catch it because I haven't seen it. And I grew up on I was gonna say Straight Outta Compton, NWA. I really want to see that, and the fact that Andres the Beast endorses it, I'm on board.
Word.
That's
Word, brother.
He sold it with
Word to your mother.
He sold it with a kiss and a smile.
Okay, I also got 99 Homes with what's his name? Andrew Garfield, Michael Shannon, about the economy crashing. Back in 2008 with the housing, housing market.
That's how long ago that happened that we had to make a movie already.
I'm not even done because there's another segue for another movie that just came out called The Big Short,
which I saw last night.
Amazing movie.
Holy crap.
I saw it.
Amazing.
That's what I do for a living, pretty much.
Oh yeah.
I don't flip houses and shit like that, you know. But
well, at least you can't do it anymore.
But because of what happened in the economy is why I have a job now. So go ahead.
There you go.
From the housing market and in the fraudulent activity of the banks.
I'm gonna get into one more movie that I know a lot of people enjoyed, and Zach, this is probably the only thing me and Zach could agree with. Mad Max Fury Road. Okay. Overrated.
You know, if you rearrange the letters in Mad Max Fury Road, you get overrated as hell.
Are you serious?
I'm not even lying.
Please don't lie to me.
Dude.
I want to know if that's true.
No,
Anthony, I tried to watch. I told you this. I tried to watch the first 10 minutes and I said I'm done.
I remember you said that, and
you didn't like it.
And
Nope,
here's,
not at all.
and sadly, honestly, I saw the first 10 minutes in Spanish and liked it and wished I could have seen more.
But that's because it was in Spanish.
You only got 10 minutes of the movie. That's it.
That's all I got.
Look, it was a cool movie.
Daddy's
Like
gotta
here
build
and
some
there, it
Legos.
was a cool movie, but overall, like it didn't do much because once you start hearing everybody talking about,
Thank
this
you.
is the greatest movie this year.
Thank
like
you.
seriously, this is on
Yeah.
everybody's top 10 list.
Thank
this
you.
is like the #1 movie of 2015. Why?
It
Thank
definitely
you.
got,
Why?
it definitely got a lot of praise for having a lot of practical effects back. You know, like it seemed to be like 2015 was the year of practical
Yeah,
effects
it's
coming back and making a statement, even though
Yeah.
we're still pushing 3D like it's some kind
I'm
of new
just
thing.
hoping I get practical sharks coming out.
No. Look,
Let's not hope for
Let's
practical
not.
sharks.
We're done with the sharks.
No, we're never done.
Bring back the dinosaurs. Let's leave the sharks, Spielberg.
No, that's definitely amazing. Practical effects here and there, but a film is about story. Always. I don't care
yeah.
about CGI or how much
true.
money you spend or the budget.
Yeah.
It's about the story.
It's true.
And yeah. That's the thing. Like Mad Max, even the original films, which I admire in their own way, it was the same thing. You know, I just didn't feel it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, for me personally, I feel like the original films were better, and I feel like Waterworld was better, and everyone hated Waterworld. But it's just
Yeah.
like Mad Max was like seriously like. I mean, my brother made a very good point. My brother doesn't make good points.
Yeah.
He said, "Hey, man, you guys could have cast me as Mad Max because it was so not necessary for Tom Hardy to play
Yeah.
Mad
Yeah.
Max."
I
Because
agree.
He says he says 2 words. He says, and then he says, No, that's it. That's it. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
and like Tom Hardy is an
That is so
excellent
true.
actor.
Yeah.
Hit up,
He's a phenomenal actor.
Hit up Warrior if you don't believe me. Hit
Oh,
up The
watch The
Drop.
Revenant too.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
exactly.
amazing.
So like the fact that like Mad Max and everyone, and that was my biggest issue with Mad Max. Same issue with crapshoot that is Star Wars. Is that no? I'm joking. No, but the issue with Mad Max is
putting
everyone
on
was
his
saying it was the best movie this year and it was the best action movie in years. It's like no, you guys haven't seen Lilo and Stitch. No, but no, seriously,
But no,
it was a good movie, but it wasn't exceptional.
Well, didn't the
by
Raid
any
2
means.
come out this year too?
I don't know. I haven't even seen the Raid 1 or the Raid prequel.
I've never seen The
you're
Raid
missing
either.
out on the Raid, by
That's,
the way.
seen
that's a movie where it's like a giant spray can that kills a bunch of rodents.
Nope. It's
Oh,
about.
I'm thinking of off.
I actually wanted to laugh, but I couldn't right now. Sorry.
You chose not to laugh.
It's about a bunch of good guys that have to go into this apartment building that's like 10 stories high and kill everybody because there's a bunch of evilness going in there.
Yeah, I hear
Pretty much.
that's kind of where they got the idea from Dread. I heard. I don't know.
No, and not only that,
Similar.
they're actually remaking The Raid American.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
I've heard of that too.
Nice.
Yeah, because man, Raid 1 amazing. Raid 2 I think it came out in February or
I haven't
was
seen it.
RoboCop 2?
You know
RoboCop,
why I haven't seen it?
What?
Because every time I've gotten it, I couldn't get the subtitles in there, so I had no idea what they're talking about the whole time.
Yeah, I guess you can use the subtitles, but it's more just I don't think you even really need the subtitles. You can
Really?
you can kind of see what's going on, good versus evil, pretty much.
Oh wow!
All right. Well, Mad Max Fury Road. It's Fury Road that you guys are talking about, right?
Right.
It's pulling a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes. So
Another
what do they
reason-
know that you don't know?
Another reason why
But
you
we know
so
so is Lord of the Rings, and I'm not a fan of Lord of the Rings.
Because you don't accept awesome lore. Okay, that's why.
Like fantasy.
Just
lore.
go with it, bro. All right, there's elves and shit. Just go with it.
I'll try it next time.
God, not everything has to be all cool and Jay-Z and stuff. Like, jeez.
Hey, Jay-Z is not cool. He's really overrated.
Well, he's not a rapper; he's a hustler.
A bad one.
And you know, he's not a business.
damn
He's a
good
businessman.
He
hustler.
is not a hustler. He is a poet. Okay.
He's not a rapper; he's a hustler. If you accept him for what he is, he's a hustler, and he's a damn good hustler.
He's an opportunist.
All right.
you
Well, it seems like you ran out of other movies on your list.
Oh yeah, that was my top 10. I just went through
That's
my
the top 10. Okay.
Well,
but,
excluding one,
but we
which
need
I'm going to talk about right now,
about the main movie,
which is Star Wars.
The B movie.
the movie that we're here to see and talk about.
How did you guys like it? First of all,
Well,
I'll go last.
when I first saw it, I was I don't know if disappointed is the word.
Wow.
When I first saw it, I was like, I thought Kylo Ren was a bitch. He was a pansy ass
of course. Why
motherfucker.
do we?
Oh my!
Yeah.
And he was probably the most emailed Sith Lord I've ever seen in my life.
Anakin. Excuse me.
And then, but I loved I loved how it was shot. I thought J.J. Abrams did a great job. I just, and so, I just had a few problems with it. Then the second time I saw it, I just really enjoyed it.
There you go.
I really enjoyed it because I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stop talking shit. I'm just going to watch this again and enjoy this movie. And then I really enjoyed it, and so it sets up perfectly for the next sequel. In fact, the next sequel is probably going to be bad fucking ass.
Yeah.
It's probably going to take place like, not Return of the Jedi, but Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
In that film. And I think like, because Kylo Ren, you have to realize he's so self-conflicted. He wants to please Snoke. He does want to please Snoke because and so the test was he has to kill his father.
I don't know if he wants to please. I don't know. I disagree. I don't know.
It's already 3 weeks. They should have seen it. If you're a Star Wars fan, you would have saw it the first day.
That's not a fair.
Yeah, that's definitely not fair. But he already said it, so let's just move on.
Yeah, hindsight.
I want to know.
Honestly,
they know. Believe me, they know.
There's definitely bigger spoilers than that because everybody kind of knew that. But I definitely don't think he's trying to please Snoke. I think what you're seeing is the conflict in himself. He's trying to please himself because he understands that it's very easy to be pulled to the light as Darth Vader once was. So I think that's that line that you're finding. Snoke is just a medium, a way to get to that level of what he's trying to be. So I don't necessarily think he's trying to please Snoke as much as he's trying to please his grandfather.
Well, no, I agree with that. He loves his grandfather a whole lot. He wants to be just like him and even better.
Yeah.
And he wants to make his grandpa proud. And Zach just drew a penis and threw it at me.
But that means that Zach is trying to put his 2-inch cents in. So
that was a nice throw.
Oh yeah, the one that I've been waiting for the whole night.
This motherfucker threw tantrums though. It was crazy seeing this guy throw tantrums.
I like that though. That shows the uncontrolled.
He's not developed yet. I understand.
I love that.
He's pretty much a progress.
Yeah, and honestly, it really
which I understood.
It was only like 1 or 2 times. It really wasn't that much. It was enough to show you that he has no control. Zach, please.
So I'm gonna reserve my anti-Star Wars rhetoric, and I'm just gonna talk about this honestly. It was a really, really good movie.
Okay.
And I totally disagree with Aaron on Kylo Ren. I think Kylo Ren was an amazing character for exactly what you're saying. You're saying he threw tantrums, right? So I unfortunately before Force Awakens, I watched the first trilogy, which is awful. But
wow! Do you guys hear this right now? Do you guys hear this right now?
Everybody just turned off the podcast right now.
Can you turn off his mic again?
Man. No, Nerdbot.
All right, continue, Zach. Sorry, we always have. You know what it does to us. It's like
the truth hurts. I get
nails on a chalkboard.
So here's the deal. You want to talk about tantrums? Darth Vader threw tantrums.
Yeah.
Anytime someone even slightly upset him, he killed him. At least Kylo. Spoiler. At least Kylo Ren was like that one time he like destroyed the whole
the wall,
the Apple computer. Like he destroyed it. He was like, I'm trying not to kill this dude. I'm just pissed off. And there was that confliction. Like I would much rather have someone who throws tantrums and just doesn't like kill people on a whim.
Like Vader would kill you even if you failed without failing him. You're just a failure and you die.
If you disappointed Vader, you're dead.
Yeah,
and to me that was like unreal. Even that's not like look. Even
that's a very calm tantrum when you just kill somebody
to make a statement.
He's internalized the tantrum.
Kylo Ren's over there like destroying a fucking wall.
Just like, you know what?
Fuck you. So what you were saying is you would rather have a manager that kills you instead of knocking all the DVDs off the shelf.
Got you there.
Dude. Of course I would. Look, that's a stupid question. That's a crazy ass question you're asking me right now. Like, you understand it's about good versus evil. That's what Star Wars is all about. The dark side and the light side. You got to pick a fucking side, or else you're just in a cantina drinking and smoking all day, which is probably a good time.
Worked out for drama.
Everybody in the cantina's like, yeah, we know what stuff's going on. We're just gonna keep drinking. It's all good. That's what we're doing right now.
That's what I liked about Kylo Ren is that he was the fusion of the two in one, without being all annoying as like Anakin and stuff like that.
Or maybe Jar Jar.
Jar Jar was all right. Before the Force Awakens, the only good Star Wars movie besides a Christmas special was Episode 1.
Wow!
Like, I hate to tell you guys that, but anyway,
it's all right. This is like a fucking game. You see how long I can listen to Zach before I jam a pencil in my eardrum.
Before you take your hilted lightsaber to the computer station.
All right, one of the things I will say that I was hoping to see dead Jedi ghosts in this movie.
You mean Force Ghosts?
whatever, Force Ghost, you say whatever it is. I'm not a big Star Wars head. I was hoping to see more Yoda, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
It couldn't happen though.
Vader. Just I was hoping to see that.
The problem
it's not time yet. I think the next one.
It's not time yet. You kind of got that. You could even hear Ewan McGregor's voice when she.
There you go.
There's a touch to a certain object in the movie.
Yeah, like not a penis, Zach.
Definitely not that.
You called me out for that.
Because you drew a penis at me.
That wasn't me.
All right.
In studio now, the studio magic has been revealed. Zach's been drawing penises for the last 5 minutes, namely just one.
I think
I'll pick one too.
I think you guys were thinking of what's it called? Superbad. I almost said Sinbad.
Yeah.
But
that was a good show too. Like,
really?
Here's my opinion on Star Wars. I think it was really good.
Yeah.
Like I said, I actually really like Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren was like the first character where I felt like, wow, this is more than just like a generic slate. Like I thought he was like the first character in Star Wars history where I was like, he doesn't fit a generic archetype. I really liked him. But my only real issue with the movie was that, and I know this is a critique, and a lot of people said they knew this going in. I personally didn't. Maybe I'm just dumb. But it felt almost too much like A New Hope. Like, I felt like, in terms of video games, I hate to bring this to video games, but in video games, they have old games and they make HD remakes, and everyone gets pissed off.
Final Fantasy
makes
VII.
new games.
Except Resident Evil.
Yeah, no, I mean there are some exclusions based on bias. Like honestly, like I'm like, oh man, Uncharted remake, no thing. But anyways, I felt like it was like almost in many ways, I felt like it was like an HD remake of A New Hope. But I loved it. I loved Poe Dameron, which I'm realizing Andres looks exactly like.
Wow, we're gonna work on that.
But you look like a prettier version of it.
It's true.
Oh, okay, I'll take that.
Like
I loved BB-8.
like a Bing Crosby crossed with. Put the kids to sleep, by the way. Bing Crosby and Poe Dameron, and BB-8.
But anyway,
that's what Brian Hart talked about in his review for Star Wars. Is that this has a feel of The New Hope. Next one's going to be Empire Strike Back feel.
Oh, that means the next one's going to be terrible.
Which means you're stupid.
What?
Because
You're out of control,
Empire Strikes
man.
Back's the best one ever.
Look, no, I have an argument for that.
More like Empire Strikes Whack.
Well, can I give my analysis?
Because I have to give mine too. After.
All right. So first and foremost, I want to say that I need to watch the movie again because I watched it in 3D and that was the deciding factor to me of why I don't like 3D. Yeah. I felt like that was my biggest gripe with 3D at the moment.
Wait, was that the only time you saw it? You only saw it once?
I've only seen it once, so I'm gonna watch it again, not in 3D the way J.J. Abrams intended me to see it. Okay, but the 3D thing needs to stop because there was times where I'm focusing on what's going on in the foreground.
Yeah, I agree.
And things that are in the background are 3Ding when they really shouldn't be at all. And that to me is a clear sign of why 3D is useless. It's useless. If you're trying to travel through space and have fun, okay, I get that. But we need to cut it back seriously because they're not going through the effort to finish it the right way, and it's not pretty.
There was a specific scene in this movie where they're inside the I totally forgot what the spaceship.
Chipotle.
No, not Chipotle.
Takadona?
I totally forgot what the spaceship's called again, whatever it's called.
Taco Bell.
They're in a Millennium Falcon where they're all talking. You see the 3D wall in your right corner of your eye.
Yeah.
Why was that there? Like, just going back, like, there was some stuff in this 3D that should not have been.
Exactly.
It's like, we can just be focused on the characters, but now I got to go around this wall just to see them talking. I was like, that shouldn't have been in there.
It definitely didn't add enough to the experience to warrant the fact that I had to wear some glasses the entire freaking time and see things that I didn't necessarily wouldn't have focused on. When you direct a movie, when you have an idea of where you're going to put somebody in the screen, you're talking about forced perspective. You're talking about background layouts. You're talking about things that matter to the filmmaker, and when you put 3D in that, you ruin it. So I just wanted to get that out of my system because I'm done with 3D.
I agree with you completely.
I wanted to lay my hang-ups on all of y'all with that. Sorry about that. Other than that, I thought JJ did a fantastic job, especially for it being his third major movie. If you look at his Wikipedia page, he's only done 3 major movies. Guardians of the Galaxy. Can somebody name the other one?
Cloverfield.
He didn't do Guardians. He didn't do
Guardians. I thought he produced on it.
James Gunn did Guardians.
He did Star Trek.
Star Trek. Sorry,
Star Wars, and I think something 8. Something.
No, Cloverfield. He produced on Cloverfield.
You're thinking of Super 8.
Super 8. There you go.
And that was Jamie Foxx.
No, it wasn't.
What?
I swear to
He's
God.
just throwing it out there.
That movie was great, by the way. Was it called Super 8?
Yeah, it was Super 8.
Super 8 was damn good.
Yeah. So, but that's pretty that part alone. Like, I think he did a great job. I think, you know, everybody gives him a lot of shit, like, oh, the shining light, and I really didn't notice any of that.
Lens flare.
I noticed just some really good scenes in the movie. He brought it all together. The way that they conducted the storyline obviously was different than what we had all been predicting when we started talking about it. But what it ended up being was, you know, JJ got with the actors, got with the producers, created an original storyline that went its own way, and I like that. I think it did fine. It looks like I'm looking at it not in a negative view, as in, you know, just because they're not sticking to the Star Wars lore that we had before, we're going in a good direction.
Right.
I thought Kylo Ren, I'm with Zach on this, was done almost perfectly. I think Adam Driver did an excellent job of conveying the torn emotions in them, up until even that final dreadful scene that we all know about was a really hard thing to convey. Even, you know, like, I even had a hard time disbelieving it up until the moment it happened, because of how many conflicted feelings I got from Kylo, from how many conflicted feelings I got from Leia, even from Han. Like, there was so many feelings just jammed into this thing, even from Poe and Finn. When Finn gets excited, you get excited, because it's just their feeling is just right there for you. So I thought they had excellent chemistry all together, and it's just really good. As far as it being like A New Hope, if it wasn't like A New Hope, everybody would have been pissed off.
Absolutely.
So they played it safe. They went like A New Hope, but honestly, if you didn't see any other Star Wars movie in your life, you would love this movie anyway.
Yeah,
so that's where I put my
totally
vote.
agree.
Yeah, so that's on my thing, and I don't. Is there anything, Andres? We haven't got your solid opinion on it yet.
No, it's okay. No, I want to hit you guys first, but I completely agree with all you guys' points.
Okay.
I love the movie.
Okay.
I remember when I first saw it, I was just so. I saw it by myself, and I was so like you know, dazed and just like, damn,
power move,
I can't believe I'm watching this right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I kind of like, I enjoyed it, but I missed a lot of things because I knew I was going to watch it again.
Yeah.
And once I watched it again, 20 times better.
You kind of get caught up in the excitement.
Oh, yeah, it's all the excitement. It was just like, wow, this.
You're always just wondering, like, is it going to end? Because I really don't want it to end. Is it going to end? I really don't want it to end.
From the introduction, you get super excited.
Yeah.
The music.
Yeah.
And then,
not only
long
that.
time ago in a galaxy
I
far,
missed
far away.
that part, by the way.
Oh, yeah. And
I was late for that. I missed the ta-da, ta-da,
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
Did you?
I wasn't there. Yeah,
I can't believe you saw it 3D the first time.
I mean, it's what I got. You know, but I went in with open arms. You know, I wanted to. I was like, it's been years since I saw a 3D movie. It's going to be great. Like, they've probably improved it. They've probably Disneylanded the crap out of it with the 3D effects. That was the last time I put 3D glasses on, was on the A Bug's Life little ride that they have.
Which is frightening.
It's freaking scary.
Thank you.
Oh, why does things have to be terrifying?
When they say
at
Black
Disneyland?
Widows unite, I said I'm done.
Well, when the thing stabs you in the back of the neck, I was like, okay, this is getting a little
They're shooting
too
webs at your face. Not cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, Andres, what made it not get a 10 from you?
Well,
what is that one point
Okay,
factor?
well, hold on. So I've seen it 3 times already.
Okay.
The last I saw it yesterday for the 3rd time, IMAX 3D. I'm a huge fan of IMAX. I love IMAX. But now with these theaters, they just want to add the 3D on top of it, which bothers me. But I still saw it anyway, just because I wanted to see it again. And I saw it, and yeah, besides the 3D, like, that bothered me a little bit, took me out. I still enjoyed the movie, though. So the reason why I don't give it a 10, there is some flaws in the movie. I still really enjoyed it, but there's certain things about it. Sometimes I think the pacing was a little too fast in certain things. Because when I first started seeing the trailers, you know, when those trailers came out, it was on some serious shit. You know what I mean? And so it was almost like I was talking about earlier, like Sicario. Like, I felt like it was going to be a Star Wars, a grittier, you know what I mean? For some reason. Yeah. Anyways, I saw it. It had its moments, like the part where Finn, you know, he's talking about, oh, do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a boyfriend? Do you remember that part in the Millennium Falcon? Like, that kind of threw me out a little bit. It's just little tiny things. Not overall, didn't fuck up the whole movie for me. Well, but I still, you know, enjoyed it regardless. Okay. You know what I mean? I mean, I've seen it 3 times already.
Okay. But there was little things that pulled you out of the universe. It was just
little tiny things.
I could see that. There were some things that seemed a little bit modernized in that way.
And I mean, that's okay. I mean, the whole Han Solo, when he passed, there was no, I felt like on that scene, there was not enough emotional weight. I mean, yeah, Chewbacca screamed. you got that. You know what I mean? Like, but I just feel like
the planet was about to blow up, but I mean.
Oh yeah, well I mean Harrison Ford did not want to do that movie anymore, so he made damn sure that he got killed and the planet exploded that he was in,
and that the check cleared before. Yeah. All right, well I'm glad to hear that everybody here, even Zach, had a really good outlook on it.
It was a good movie, despite the other 6 being terrible.
Well, I hope that this is finally going to turn you around and bring you to the light side from the dark of which you are. Aaron?
One more thing is that, in the Star Wars universe, we see these Jedis being trained into Jedis, and the fact that Rey already had it inside her somehow. And I knew we knew that she knew how to fight because apparently she learned how to fight on Jakku
with the staff.
So we knew she knew how to fight.
So when she,
but she wasn't trained to become a Jedi. It all just came like natural. Maybe like with women progress faster than men. That's how it's always been in my life. Growing up as a teenager.
Right.
But
delving into some wounds here.
But apparently, I'm
deep.
And now she's going toe to toe with Kylo Ren. She's going toe to toe with Kylo Ren without any training. I was like, well, okay, I guess I'll just accept that.
Can I throw you some nods in there that I noticed? Did you notice the way she's fighting with the lightsaber? She's fighting with it like a staff.
Like a staff. Yeah, I agree.
So they still, I think they did enough to me to warrant the fact that she could understand her abilities. Also, she's been learning about this stuff as a lore, as a legend. So it's not beyond me to think, for her to just think, I can do this, and then do it as she had been doing the entire movie. And it's very plausible for me to feel that.
Okay, yeah, but if Luke didn't get trained by Yoda, Vader kills him.
Yeah.
Right? So
yeah, but let's talk about Vader. When he's younger, he was able to pod race, which is you need kind of a sixth sense to do that. So he was already getting opened up to the Force in a way, not necessarily like when Qui-Gon came in.
But Kylo Ren had tons of training from Luke Skywalker too, and who knows what Snoke fucking taught him.
Yeah.
So he has a lot more training than Rey ever will.
Yeah.
And now I will agree. Now here's the thing: Kylo Ren was fighting injured. Okay, he got shot the fuck up.
Yeah, and something's up with that leg or his hip.
Yeah, he kept. And I like that he kept punching himself to get that adrenaline going. But so I will give Kylo Ren that part of because he's fighting injured. But still Rey has a lot more shit to learn, which is why she's going to Luke Skywalker at this point to get her training. But as badass as Kylo Ren's supposed to be, he should have took her out. Just training alone, all the shit he's been through.
I definitely think that the negative factors in that he is trained but unskilled in controlling his anger versus her believing in the Force and having a minor train in defense fighting. By the way, when you fight in defense, half the time it's more successful. So if you know what I mean, there's a lot of points we could be making about it. I think it's still very plausible that she can do it, and unfortunately, you're gonna have to go along with us for that ride.
Yep.
And see what happens when the movie opens up next time, and then he's like,
Episode 8.
Where did you get that? Yeah, episode 8. So, all right. Well, before we wrap up, any articles that you guys want to get on? I know everybody's been pumping up the articles. Aaron, I think you submitted an article recently.
Yeah, just recently, this new 40 exclusive games coming to PlayStation Now service that has been out for quite some time now.
You had that article out, yeah, right?
I've had a few articles about PlayStation Now, but now it's probably never a better time to take place to get this service going for yourself. In fact, there's only a few more days left that you can go ahead and get a cheaper deal, which is $100 for a whole year, which equals out to about $8 a month, what you're paying for Netflix and Hulu, as opposed to paying $20 a month or $45 every 3 months. So you might want to do this.
You did the math. Nice.
I did.
But you gotta play all the games
It's actually
too.
$8.30 or something because it's $99.99 if you buy the service. So it's something you probably want to do if you're new to PlayStation and you missed out on all the games for PS3, and so there's going to be PS2 and PS1 games coming eventually. But for now, you're getting over 300 games to play on PlayStation Now for $8 a month. So it's something you may want to take advantage of if you have the broadband internet to go with it. Do not even try this service if your internet sucks.
All right, cool. Well, you've been warned by Aaron Golden, so make sure you check out his article. It's going to be at nerdbot.com. Andres, do you have an article that you want to plug?
No, but on a Star Wars note, you guys should check out Brian's review on Star Wars.
Yeah, Brian.
Really
what's his last name? Sorry,
Hart.
Brian Hart. Now I remember.
Hitman Hart.
Brian the Hitman Hart has got his articles up. He did one on Star Wars. He did another one too, right?
He did Hateful Eight, which is another movie I completely forgot to talk about.
So check that one out. We're gonna have to wait for next time. He did Hateful Eight and he did the Star Wars. Star Wars review is actually really good. So make sure you check it out. It's at nerdbot.com. Zach, you got anything you want to plug?
I got a few articles going out, but specifically I have one on talking about the scale-bound delay that I mentioned earlier. Specifically, just talking about how, like, just the history and how ridiculous video game delays have been in the last few years. So check that out.
All right, cool. Well, that's going to be interesting. And if I actually have some Lego reviews actually up on the Nerdbot.com site as well, so you can check that out. And I'll be having some more up pretty soon. And there's also time-lapse builds and other stuff you can check out. Everything's at Nerdbot.com. If you want to find us at Facebook,